I've done almost 70 minutes of exercise, burned 500 plus calories. I didn't do any much weight training. I do use small dumbbells and kettlebells. And most of the workouts are using my bands. I will do a separate video on my regular workouts. I am not an expert trainer or anything, but I'll just show you what I am doing. Today I'll be talking about food. I have been fasting for almost 17 hours now. I usually fast between 16 to 18 hours. I try to maintain at least 16 hours a day. I've been doing this for almost 6 months now. I have made a video last week and published on my results on 6 months of intermittent fasting. It's really helpful and I feel that most of us should do it. Today I'll be talking about food. Along with regular exercise, disciplined lifestyle, it's very important to eat the right food at the right time in the right quantity. I have made a list of food which are good for diabetic people, which are healthy food, which are in most natural form. Then I have made a list of food which should always be avoided by diabetic people, and for everybody it's good if you can avoid it, but for diabetic people 100% you shouldn't touch it. So I'll first talk about all the food which you can eat, safe to eat. Let's go into the details of the food that diabetic people can eat. I'll just freshen up and come. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. When you get diagnosed diabetic, the first thing is you get lots of advice from friends, relatives, and when you go to Google search, you find lots of websites giving different information, and finally you get confused what to eat. I was also in the same situation. Some people told me that you can have any number of chapatis, that's not a problem, but don't take rice. Some told me that brown rice is excellent. You can have brown rice as much as you can. That's not a problem. I went to a dietitian. She advised me idli, dosa for breakfast, fruits, vegetables, salad, everything. Finally, I was totally confused. I didn't know what to do. For the past 8 years, I've been managing my diabetes, and to a certain extent, I am in a much better situation. My HbA1c level is quite good. I am able to maintain the weight that I want to maintain. I am able to keep control of my blood glucose level. So to get started, first thing I would advise you, buy a digital weighing scale and a glucometer. These two things should be used by you very frequently. At least you should check your weight once a week. Using a glucometer, you should keep a watch on your blood glucose level. Suppose somebody advised you to have something which would be really beneficial for you. Try it. Test your blood glucose level yourself and see if it's normal or near normal. If it is too high, you should not take it. That's how I do it. Many people tell me that brown rice is good. I tried brown rice many times, but for me it was spiking my blood glucose level. Some people told me millets are really good. I tried millets. It's working really good for me. I usually have millets when I need carbohydrates. So let's get into some basics which you need to understand. Basically, there are 3 macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Every food will have all these 3 macronutrients, or maybe 1 or 2 of these macronutrients. There are many things which are zero carbohydrates. There are many things which doesn't have protein. There are many things which has fat, which doesn't have fat. So every food has some macronutrients. You need to understand what macronutrients you need. Too much of carbohydrates are not good for diabetic people because it converts into sugar and spikes your blood glucose level. Definitely you need carbohydrates, but you don't need to eat sugar to get carbohydrates. There are so many good sources of carbohydrates which I'll be talking about. In this video, I'll be talking about eating right calories, eating food that would not spike your blood glucose level, eating food that would take care of your micronutrients. Eat as much natural as possible. Avoid all processed food. Eat the right quantity, because sometimes what happens is we find an extra chapati there and you eat that extra chapati. That really creates a problem. Have you heard about prep meals? Prep meals basically is you pack your breakfast, lunch and dinner and you eat only that. If you are able to follow that system, it's really helpful to understand how much you should eat. You need roughly 25 calories for every kilogram of your body weight. Suppose your weight is 70 kg, you need to have 70 into 25 calories of food every day to maintain your body weight. Suppose you are overweight, you need to reduce your calorie. Reduce it by 300 calories a day. Suppose you are underweight, you need to increase your calorie. Increase 300 calories a day. Don't increase too much because your body needs to absorb these calories. Being diabetic, focus on having more protein, fat, green leafy vegetables and food with more fiber. To start off, you need to understand how much you should really eat. I'll give you some tips to understand if you are eating right. Suppose you are going to have some rice. Make sure that you mix some protein, or with the rice you need to have some protein. Paneer is a good source of protein, egg is a good source of protein, chicken is a good source of protein. If you are having a small cup of rice, some chicken, some green leafy vegetables, some broccoli, it would really not spike your blood glucose level even if you are having rice, because you are combining protein, fat as well as carbohydrates. Suppose you are having lots of rice, a bit of achar and some curd, your blood glucose level is going to spike. Okay, now let's come to the food part. Fruits are really good source of micronutrients, but the problem is when it gets ripened, the sugar level goes up, and that is not really good for diabetic people. There are some fruits like berries, strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, avocado, kiwi fruit, papaya. Papaya also you shouldn't take too much. Quantity is really important. You cannot have too much of anything. Now coming to nuts, almonds, walnuts, pista, hazelnut, peanut, butter. Butter is also good source of fat, which is really healthy for your body. Don't get worried that if you have butter, you will gain too much of weight. Weight would depend only on the calories what you take. If you are taking too much of calorie, your weight will go up. If you are taking less of calorie, your weight will go down. Regular butter from the milk, ghee, peanut butter, hazelnut butter, almond butter. But make sure that you understand the quantity what you need to eat. Green vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, beans, raw jackfruit with seed. Recently I went to Kerala and I had a quite good quantity of jackfruit, traditional chakka korachadu, the Kerala traditional food. I had a good quantity and I checked my blood glucose level after 2 hours, and I was really surprised my blood glucose level didn't go up. It was very much normal. Bitter gourd, olives, green leaves, spinach, ash plantain, the varekya, the unripened banana, it's really good. Green leaves, drumstick leaves, methi, fenugreek leaves, amaranthus, the kheera, red, the green, both are really good. All kinds of green leaves you should have every day. Let's talk about good carbohydrates. Sweet potato, oats, millets, legumes, lentils, these are good carbohydrates which you can take. I am not saying that you shouldn't take any carbohydrates. You should take carbohydrates. These are really good source of carbohydrates. Good protein, legumes, egg, chicken, fish, paneer, peanut butter. There are some times that you eat something which would really spike your blood glucose level. You went out for a party and you ate something more which is really going to spike your blood glucose level. What do? Usually what people do is they take 2-3 extra units of insulin, sometimes maybe extra tablet for diabetes. What I usually do is I take some fenugreek seeds, chew it, maybe sometimes some cinnamon powder, maybe the curry leaves. These are things which I really found helpful for me, that it doesn't spike blood glucose level in such situation. Try it. It may be helpful. It may work for you. It works for me. Non-vegetarian chicken and fish are really good. I would advise if you can avoid red meat. Once in a while should be okay. But chicken, fish, egg, these are really good non-vegetarians. Good source of protein, good source of all kinds of micronutrients. Very important for healthy living. Oils. See, if you are going to use oil, like the oil is reused, it's going to be very bad for your health. Even if it's coconut oil or olive oil, whatever it is. You can add olive oil, coconut oil, almond oil, grapeseed oil as a part of your diet. Usually when you make some salad, you can add some olive oil on top of that. You can add coconut oil to some dishes, which like after cooking you can add some coconut oil on top of that. It will actually increase the taste, as well as it is really good for health. It is a good source of fat. It's good fat. Instead of snacks, fried items, chips or unhealthy wafers or sweets, you can try seeds. Pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds. These are really seeds. These are really good for health. What you can do is you can mix these seeds. You can just fry it a bit and mix these seeds and keep it in a bowl or a tin when you travel or when you are at home. And you feel like munching something, take some seeds and you can have that. Good source of micronutrients, as well as it will not spike your blood glucose level. Sweetening agents. I don't really advise any sweetening agents, but if you really want to have some sweetness to any specific dish, stevia is really good. I use pluck, which I find the taste really similar to the sugar, and it is really good for some oats or something sweet thing you want to make. You can use it. Pluck is a good brand. It's made in India and it tastes really good. Now coming to supplements. Do you really need to take some supplements? Supplements are supplements. It's not the main source of food. It is very difficult to get all the micronutrients from the food you eat. For example, protein. You are a person who work out regularly. You need at least 1 gram of protein per kilogram of your body weight. Suppose for me, I am 70 kg. I need around 70 grams of protein. And to get 70 grams of protein, it's very difficult from the food what I am eating. So I take whey protein. Whey protein helps me in getting the right amount of protein what I need. Other than whey protein, I would suggest some multivitamin tablets and cod liver oil. The fish liver oil, omega-3, is really important for your health. Some healthy snacks, roasted peanuts, nuts, chickpeas, dry fruits like almonds, walnuts, peanut butter. These are really good snacks which you can use, which will not spike your blood glucose level. Things you should definitely avoid, very important. Say no to sugar. No direct sugar in your life. Very important. Sweetened beverages, Coke, Pepsi, energy drinks, burger, French fries. None of these junk foods are good for your health. All processed food, bread, white bread, croissant, cakes, try to avoid as much as possible. Wheat, rice are good source of carbohydrates, but you find lots of polished rice, polished or processed wheat powder. Try to avoid all these processed wheat and rice. Trans fat, vegetable oil or hydrogenated oil, not good for health. Completely avoid it. Try to have as much as food cooked by yourself. You will find a big change in your life. Try to cook once in a while at least and eat as much as possible from home or sources where you know how food is cooked. Honey, jaggery, people say that honey is good. Yes, honey is good, but being diabetic, it would definitely spike your blood glucose level. It has sugar in it. Jaggery, the same thing. Dry fruits like dates, apricots, dried grapes will spike your blood glucose level. Biscuits, wafers, again these are all processed things. Try to avoid as much as possible. Fruit juices, you should completely avoid because all the fiber in it is gone. Try to have fresh fruits in a limited quantity. These are basic food which everybody knows. You can find it everywhere. Try to eat as much natural as possible. See, I'll give you an example for breakfast. What I usually do. Before that, let me tell you, I have been doing intermittent fasting, which means that I eat only 8 hours a day, sometimes like 6 hours a day. Remaining hours, I don't eat anything. It's 0 calorie intake. I'll drink water, I may drink black coffee, I may drink black tea, green tea. These are fine, but no calories. Some suggested breakfast which I usually take. Oats with egg, green leaves, vegetables and fruits works really good. Paneer scrambled with egg, some green leaves, some vegetables works really good. Millets, dal curry, chicken, egg curry, green leaves, some vegetables, really good. A small cup of brown rice, chicken curry, vegetables, green leaves, really good. So these are basically very common food available for everybody. It's not too costly. These are something which we take, but we should make sure that we are taking in right quantity. Very important. See, when you have your food, you need to understand how much of protein you are taking, how much of carbohydrate you are taking, and how much of fat you are taking. Before deciding your lunch, analyze what you are going to eat. Now, I told you about having some millets, which would be very less. More than that, like millets would be less 20% of what I am eating. 80% would be egg or chicken, some green vegetables, some other vegetables, some green leaves, maybe a bit of curd. So I get a really good balance of the macronutrients what I need. I need more of protein, I need more of fat and very less of carbohydrates. That's what my goal is. That's what I eat. And let me tell you, it works really great. And once you start taking these kind of diets, you will really see fall in your blood glucose level, and you will have to adjust your medication. And if you are consistently doing this, doing your regular exercise, you are having a disciplined life, you will reach a stage that you can stop your medicines and still keep your blood glucose level normal. Let's try it. It works really good and it is working for me. That's why I'm suggesting. So all the best for you guys. If you have any doubts, please shout in the comment box. I will be happy to answer, just sharing my real life experiences. Thank you for watching. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Share it with your friends if you find it helpful. Bye for now. Take care.